Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Katie and this is our Missouri Life. Today we are going to be making a Halloween deco mesh wreath. So I buy all my supplies from the Dollar Tree, and right now I am just going to be cutting the deco mesh into about 3.5, 4-inch section. For the first couple sections that I cut, I do put the pieces on top of the other piece so I can kind of get the same length out of them all, but then after that, then I can kind of eyeball it after I've cut a couple. So like I said, I'm just going to start cutting as much as I can. I will do 1 to 2 rolls at a time and just cut all of the sizes that I need, and then I work through those 2 rolls at a time. Once I've worked through the first couple cuts, then I can eyeball and kind of tell where my 3.5, 4 inches are each time without having to measure it out. Now the pipe cleaners, I do cut mine in half. So I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to cut all of them in half. And in this, for this wreath, this 18-inch wreath, I did use the whole package and then probably less than a half of the other package. So here I'm going to start with 3 of the little tubes that I cut out, and you're just going to kind of scrunch them together right in the middle like that. And then you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you are going to twist it around the deco mesh a couple times. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go in that middle circle, and we are going to take the 2 ends of the pipe cleaners and we're going to wrap it around, and we're going to go all the way around with the deco mesh that way. So I start where it's up against that, I guess it would be the line, the horizontal, the one that's going that direction. I always start up against one of those, and then I start building them. So I do 3 of the little clusters like that, and then what I'll do, and I'll show you here in just a second, I am going to do a cluster of the tubing, and then I put that after the 3 that I did. So it's 3 and then 1 cluster of the tubing, and then 3 of the deco mesh, and then 1 of the tubing, 3 of the deco mesh, 1 of the tubing. So I go through mine in sections in the first section right there. So what I do is I cluster the 3 all together, but as I'm twisting them in the back, you'll start to see that they start to kind of go the opposite direction and not stay where you're pushing them to. So I take the pipe cleaners and I attach them to the last one that I just attached to the wreath. So you'll take that new one and attach it to the pipe cleaner of the last one that you just did. Doing this helps the deco mesh stay in a cluster and keeps it tight instead of it just being loose. With the mesh tubing, all I'm doing is kind of making a figure 8 with it. I would start with one end and then I go to the other side and the other side and the other side, and I do that 4 times, and then I cinch it in the middle with the pipe cleaner. done. I'm sorry that it's kind of hard to see with it being black, but I went it all black this year. I am going to also include on my, sorry I look the way that I do. I am going to put on my Instagram page today, the day that you guys are seeing this. I am going to put my last year's wreath on there. It is orange and black. Or no, a purple and black one last year too. If I can find the picture of that one, I'll put that on my Instagram page also at Our Missouri Life. So this is a finished Deco mesh wreath, and here's the back. Like I said, you can't really see much, but what I've done at this point is gone through the whole thing just to make sure that there's no like bare spots, and if there were bare spots, I took the mesh tubing and I stuck those in. Like right here, it's kind of thin. I had 8 rolls, and I used 8 rolls for this 18 inches. So I could have gotten away with 9 and probably used 8.5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys here in a second. I'm going to add a sign to this that I painted, and I'm going to show you right now how I painted that and what I used. Now that we've seen how we've painted it, I'm going to show you how I'm going to stick that sign on here. I am going to actually use this for Halloween and for Christmas. So I am going to redo it at Christmas time. So I'm not going to do anything to it that's permanent, like with hot glue or anything like that. So I am just going to use the little twisties, the pipe cleaners that I use to put all the deco mesh on, to hang the sign on also, so I can take that sign off and then reuse this at Christmas. I know that's kind of weird, but stay tuned. I'm going to find a spot that looks good to hang it from. I don't really want the little bigger spot. I'm like, I could probably move this stuff around a little bit in all seriousness and probably move the fluff, but I have it in there so tight that I'm like, eh. What I'm gonna do is I kind of want it to hang in here-ish, kind of in the middle-ish. So I took a big pipe cleaner. I might need 2. I'm gonna do 2 pipe cleaners together. I'm just gonna wind them up together here. So I'm gonna wind this together just so I know that it doesn't come apart, because I have issues with that. So I put the pipe cleaners together. So now what I'm gonna do is go in through this and get into the middle of it. And then I'm gonna go through the cleaner. So we're gonna reevaluate here. I'm actually gonna stick it down further down on this one, on the third. So there's 3 like circles, I guess. I'm putting it down on the bottom one right now. Yeah, that looks better. This back here. Yeah. Now I'm going to tie this one to the back of this bottom one. I'm going to wrap it around the back. I don't know if you can see me doing what I'm doing because it's black. I'm pulling up this one. I probably made these too long, so you probably could just use one, but I wanted to double make sure. I'm going to wrap these around this one, and then I'm just going to secure it again from the top. I'm like double securing right now just to make sure that nothing flies off. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that down. Then we should be all good on this side. So it is kind of messy, so don't do it in the carpet. I wouldn't suggest, like, there's little black pieces down here all over the place. So this is my Halloween one for this year. So there's the finished wreath. I absolutely love this one. I love how the sparkly Happy Halloween sign came out. Well, this Halloween is going to be more like gothic, black, so that's why hence the black wreath. But Justin did make a good point. My front door is black also. So I may be using this on the front door, but I might actually put it in the living room on, or the entryway side of the door, because it's white. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if you can see it. You'll probably be able to see it just fine because we have a ton of lights out there. But I think I'm going to hang it on the screen door that's glass that you'll be able to see it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Stay tuned for more Halloween DIYs. Half the time I don't know who I am. Anyway, stay tuned for more. I have a bunch more in the works. So we've got this one. I have some good ones coming. So stay tuned, mark your calendars. And that seems to be the DIYs right now for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. So stay tuned, guys, for more DIYs. So here is the wreath on the front door on the glass portion of it. I think it's going to be fine. I think you can see it. You can't see it obviously from the road. You can't see anything from right up here. So I think it looks great just the way it is on the door. So yeah, I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I did go through and I did pull some of these out and just kind of pull them out more so you could see them, but that's the only tweaks that I did to it other than just sticking it on that door hanger up there.